Hey, what's up, guys? This is Sutami. I'm going to do a deck tech for a deck that's getting pretty popular now. It's kind of the Innistrad version of Callblade. Most people, if they're using Geist, they're calling it Geist Blade or Mage Blade, Blue-White Blade, whatever, but I'm going to say Geist Blade. Let's start with lands. I'm running 3 Inkmoth Nexus. It's fantastic in this format now. If you don't have them, I would try to pick them up, and it is going up in price. I think they're at like 15 on Star City now, so that kind of sucks. 4 Seachrome Coast, 4 Glacial Fortress, a bunch of islands and plains. I'm running 25 lands. It's a control deck. If you're running less lands than that, you might be able to cut it at 24. Most people are going up to 25, 26, possibly even 27, depending on the deck. I like 25 for this one. Creatures. Got 1 Phantasmal Image. Shouldn't need to talk about him. He's amazing. Very good card. But I think 1 is the proper number for this deck. I think I have 2 more in my sideboard that I bring them in against stupid stuff, but yeah. 2 Snapcaster Mage. A lot of people were really excited when this came out. He's very good, but I don't think he's $30 good. He is definitely an auto include for me. Using stuff like Mana Leak, Dissipate, Dismembers again is really, really good. I'm running 2 because I think 2 is the right number. 2 Geist of St. Troft. If he wasn't legendary, I would be using 4. This guy is very good. He's very comparable to Mirror Crusader. If you don't know what I mean, it's for the sword equipping purposes. Especially Feast and Famine, because like if you throw a Feast and Famine on a Geist, when he attacks, he's doing 8 damage. 2 from him, 4 from him, and 4 from the Angel. If you equip it to Mirror Crusader, you're doing 8 damage, but you're getting the effect twice. He obviously has hexproof. He doesn't. He has pro black green. Yeah. A lot of people use one or the other. I'm using both. I like them both. If Geist wasn't legendary, I'd probably be using 4 of him instead of Mirror Crusaders, but he's legendary, so I'm going with 2 and 2 Mirror Crusaders. 2 Heroes of Bladehold. I like running 2. A lot of decks are using 3 or 4. If you want to use 3 or 4, go ahead. She's very, very good in this format. That's why she's going up in price probably. She can end the game by herself pretty easily. Equipping her with a sword is ridiculous. The battle cry alone is pretty ridiculous. With your double strike and your Inkmoth Nexuses, or that double strike is what I mean. And Inkmoth, anything equipped with swords, anything that generates tokens. Only planeswalkers I have is 2 Gideon. He's pretty much a staple for control decks. If you've never played with him, I would try, because if you've probably played against him and you know how much of a pain he can be. Big cost creatures, I have 1 Sun Titan, 1 Consecrated Sphinx, which is foil, I just like to point it out. I'm running 1 of each. I also have 1 more of each in my sideboard. If you're facing a lot of decks that use destruction, like if you're facing like a mono black deck that's heavy destruction, anything like that, I would board in another Sun Titan. Against control, I actually like boarding another Consecrated Sphinx, because most control decks, the only way that they can get rid of it is Oblivion Ring. And that pretty much means that you're going to get your 2 extra cards. You just gotta pick wisely when you play him. Like, if your opponent's on like their 6th land, they haven't played anything big yet, don't tap out and play a Consecrated Sphinx. Wait till they play something big, like counter it or destroy it, and then play yours. Because hopefully they won't have a threat to back it up, or play afterwards. That's it for creatures and planeswalkers. As far as other cards go, I got 4 Think Twice. You could run 3 or 4. I like 4. I've played a lot of games with it, and it's very good. It helps the card advantage quite a bit, but I'm not sure if I like these more than Ponder. I've been going back and forth. If anyone wants to post some comments about it and let me know why Think Twice is like 100 times better. Obviously the card advantage, the instant speed is nice too. But I don't know which one I want to run. Yeah, I want to run. 4 mana leagues, obvious. 2 dissipate. Very good counter spell in this format. Obviously, there's a lot of graveyard interaction. 3 swords, 2 feast and famine, 1 war and peace. That's how you go big offense with the deck. 2 Day of Judgments. 3 Oblivion Rings. 2 Dismember for spot removal. 1 Batter Skull. It's just as another equipment. It's another creature. And 1 White Sun Zenith, which is something a couple people are actually starting to use now. It's actually pretty nice late game. For 6 mana, you're still getting 6 power and guys. Very good with Hero Bladehold too for the battle cry. I actually have 1 more in my sideboard, just to bring in against other token decks. Actually, I have a sideboard, but I'm not going to show it because you should be sideboarding for what you think you'll be facing. Big mistake I see a lot of new players do is go to like TCG Player or Star City or anything like that, look up decks, and then just take someone's sideboard. Don't do that. People build sideboards in events preparing their deck for what deck they think they'll have a lot of trouble facing. Especially if you're only playing FNM, board against stuff you think you will face. If your FNM is heavy with red deck wins, put in some like timely reinforcements, maybe some flash freezes. If it's Wolf Run, let's cast a Wolf Run Primeval Titan deck. Again, flash freeze is very good. Mine actually has some Nihil spell bombs because I don't do very well against Solar Flare, which is becoming much less popular. But Nihil spell bomb is a very fun card to play on the first turn because you can just crack it whenever if they try to O-ring it or destroy it for some reason. I would put a couple of small threats in your sideboard, like some more creatures, either an extra Geist, some Mirror Crusaders, more Heroes of Bladehold, maybe some Snapcasters. And if you're facing a deck that uses red, after game 1, I actually like to board out my swords and put in those other threats, because most decks now are going to be running Ancient Grudge over anything else that destroys artifacts, and Ancient Grudge is very bad. It's very good against swords, but it's very bad for you if you're using this deck, because for 3 mana they can get rid of 2 of the swords or a Batter Skull. So I actually like to board out the swords and the Batter Skull and put in another Sun Titan, like another Hero Bladehold, like 2 more Mirror Crusaders, to make the Ancient Grudge useless, because then they just have 4 cards that they can't do anything with in the deck. But yeah, this is Blue-White Blade, Neo Blade, Neo Cog, Geist Blade, Mage Blade, whatever you want to call it. This is my version. Comment, tell me what you think. So, it's Tommy, signing out.